Say, look, hey, free Masana for your honor. Left on box and them chains. What was my dog, man? Why that bullet had got lodged in his brain? My mind is insane. A memory card is locked in the game. These optical frames spot ops and leave a block full of pain. Did the impossible, cross the tightrope while dodging the rain. I put extensions in my Glock, no, I am not finna aim. Swear I got robbed and joined the army, so my spot could remain. One lost his life in North Carolina, hope he not as I sang. Drinking sorrow away on my alky still for the soldiers we lost on the battlefield. Why am I hurting myself as I bury I'm belching out death when I'd rather heal? And most of these rappers ain't that for real. They mention the next year, they cap for me. Talking fly when we push that in vacuum seal. Some of my homies not pushing up that deal. Now I'm put music to dream hours. We been up grinding up teen hours. They ain't believing that team power, then we had to run up 14,000. I thank you all for supporting us. This right here for the voice of the warrior. Victory is a beautiful woman. We went through the rain while in love with Victoria.
Whether thing or the finer thing, whether wood in a golden frame, I still love, I still love, I still love through the rain. Whether thing or the finer thing, whether wood in a golden frame, I still love, I still love, I still love through the rain.
Hard to hop off of the plane, just to get back in the trenches. My sister, my brother was slain, and I haven't seen any mentions from social media and networks. So irritated that my head hurts, and when I do, it's only excerpts. Small commentary from the experts. No appreciation for the lives lost. I posted up with the iron cross when the smoke clears from fine off. All I think about is my fault, man. Should've been there to protect you. The bullets that came and they wrecked you. Now it's my duty to go and collect you. Wrapping the casket, sending you home. Not full of madness, knowing you gone. How could this happen? Tell me I'm wrong. Dip in the sadness, leave me alone. Doctor got me medicated, wanna get me regulated. Helping me recover with the pain. Even though we celebrated everything you dedicated, now I gotta make it through the rain.
Whether thing or the finer thing, whether wood in a golden frame, I still love, I still love, I still love through the rain. Whether thing or the finer thing, whether wood in a golden frame, I still love, I still love, I still love through the rain.
Army Specialist Aaron David Robinson is accused of killing Guillen, and his girlfriend, Cicely Aguilar, is accused of helping him get rid of the body. And tonight, we have Aguilar's confession about exactly what happened the night Guillen disappeared.
Well, today marks 2 years since an Air Force veteran was shot and killed by a DeKalb County police officer. 27-year-old Anthony Hill, whose family says he suffered from PTSD, was naked and unarmed when he was shot by Officer Robert Olson during an encounter.
Olson was indicted by a grand jury and faces felony murder along with other charges. And now we're learning the DA has appointed a new prosecution team in that case.
Someday I would buy Johnny's with good old sails to distant shores. Stand up high in the proud, noble bark I steer. Steady course for the heathens. Too many foemen, too many foemen, too many foemen.
Tens of thousands on my right, thousands by my side. War between good and evil, watching our fists collide. Battle for our freedom now, to the streets we ride. Flags waving all around, pages full of pride. This is where we make a stand, no more give or take. March around the Capitol, storm the city gates. Putting pressure on their necks until the truth breaks. All walls of corruption, take out all the snakes. Star Spangled Banner, got it playing loud and proud. People from all walks of life filling up the crowd. Defend the Constitution, many warriors have vowed. Casting down any among us who have bucked and cowed. Enough with tyranny, we come to take our country back. For all citizens, white, red, brown, or black. Return her to a form of glory, fix their bloody crack on the crown. Fetch it down, it's going down.
Someday I would buy bodies with good oars and sails to distant shores. Stand up high in the proud, noble bark I steer. Steady course for the heathens.
simmer. My mama told me, yeah, she warned me that this day would come. I'm like my father, go to combat with the blazing guns. I survived that, then I came back to the place I'm from to face off all these haters and the battle in the place I love. You can't break me down, I'm indivisible. You still see my raps if I was invisible. But I'm standing tall, and I spit the truth. So you all appalled, cause you know it's true. They call it freedom cause the fallen troops pay for this. I love this country, doesn't matter how much hate I get. I take my colors in the battle, ain't no wavering. Cause this is for my warriors who marching to the cadences. This is for the sisters working hard on the ship. This is for the brothers getting y'all doctorate. Father, yeah, taking y'all on the ship. Baby, tell me why it's hard for the patriot.
Yeah. It's gonna be legendary right here, man.
Let's get it.
Word. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. I'm just here to bring the facts. I'm not worried about your feelings. It's the way that y'all react. It goes way beyond the killings. Y'all can focus on the bad while I keep being the realest. Got me looking at the stats, trying to find out what the deal is. Take a look at DOJA murder rate and what they say. 52% on homicides like we.
Man, we've had low numbers all week.
Seriously low.
Like 1-2 viewers max.
No commenters and whatnot. Last week we had like tons.
Yeah.
New people every single show.
Good conversation.
And whatnot. Great
It
conversations.
was a good conversation. Yeah. Oh. Oh, The Last Samurai. Great movie.
I don't know about great.
Absolutely great. And I think that was recorded. If it was. Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. We are the two kings of the Rube Empire. I am the Philosopher King, the Ivory Tower, the Mad Scientist Matt, and I've got a perspective on things. Take it away, Ray.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Kick-Ass Duke is in the house. The producer. The one, the only, Dusty. You did not. You really.
Yes. You set the stage for where you want to fight, you know? This is Art of War 101. You know your enemy and don't get engaged in a fight that you can't win, and then you control the battlefield.
Yeah.
I've not read it, but I am aware of many of the principles. Lots of English. Mm. For sure. Mm. Yes.
Yes. Yes, she is. Oh, you're talking about the food. I thought you were talking about your wife. Yep. Oh,
Mm.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sausage. R-
No,
Oh,
I'm
dear
not.
Lord. It's so bad. Yeah. And you left out one thing. The girl from Michael Bay movie or Transformers, what's her name?
Fox? Megan Fox?
Yeah, Megan Fox.
Oh, jeez.
Makes no sense whatsoever. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It hasn't been for 2 years, but now it is again because I said so.
Yeah.
Yeah, April, May, somewhere around there. Basically about the time that the lockdown ended in Florida, which was
Yeah.
it lasted for like a month and a half. Yeah. 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 That garbage infuriates me.
Yeah.
The elitism. Ugh, so gross. Oh, they're
What
still
science?
around. They're all. Well, they're saying what the trust the science people. They just stopped saying trust the science. Now they're saying what they're being told to say in reverse of that. It's the same people. That's yes, yeah, exactly. You will all become one with the Borg. Mm-hmm.
You mean you mean Florida man got it right?
We made it through.
Yay!
Never once questioning why was there mandates in the first place. No, no. We did what we were told, and now we've been told that we can do what we used to do. Yay! We got our freedom back.
Did they really ever have it?
No.
To be fair, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Was it 75 or 57?
75. It
Okay.
was 75 years.
Yeah. It's under experimental emergency use authorization. It is
That's it.
not. Yeah. It's not a completed, approved, fully trialed drug. Yeah, the patents. Yeah. Nope.
What long-term tests have they done?
They,
Exactly.
they, they've,
Well, they're doing it right now.
yeah, we are the phase 3 trials. They've done phase 1 and phase 2, I believe. We're the phase
Hmm.
3 trial. I mean, what is CERN really for? Oh yeah, France, everywhere, Australia. Well, no, they have protests too. They are largely they are taking it, but they do have protests. The problem is that their police are brutal, and they go to town on these people, and it's disgusting.
And they're using.
What do you say?
Nope.
No, no, no. They gladly gave those up because they have no gun culture really. They have no.
I don't understand what your guys's uh, 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 fascination with the First Amendment or Second Amendment is. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah. Do you know now? Hope so.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which. Yeah. Nope. Yay! And now you don't need to look at what's in the vaccine. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
No. I don't recall that. I don't recall that. Yeah, true. Well,
Well,
they'll to your thought about the dateline, showing up 10 years. They'll save it for when they need another distraction. So we can focus
yeah.
on 10 years ago instead of what's going on right now.
Just in. Yeah, he still killed himself.
That's true. Epstein update. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They don't have a First Amendment.
Don't worry, California did similar stuff. So, even here. Yeah. The convoy? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We talked
Oh
about
yeah. We
there
talked
is an
about it.
update to what we talked about yesterday. Um, uh, um, I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess it's a little bit. It's a pathetic attempt at it. So 50,000 plus truckers are headed to Ottawa, the nation's capital, to protest these mandates that are directly affecting the trucking industry, but really the whole country. And in doing so, they're shutting down the supply lines, which is amazing. I can't hear Ray. No way. Oh,
I have been on a roll this show. Huh?
That sucks. I'm sorry,
Has
I've
dude.
he
been on a
been
roll,
muted?
dude.
Yeah, he's been
Have I
muted this
been
whole
muted?
time.
That sucks, bro.
Oh my
Man.
gosh. Oh.
That was gold too.
Yeah, it
that was gold.
I'm
I was
sorry,
rocking it.
man.
Is the internal recording this right now?
No.
No. Okay, so everything's going through the deal.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Okay.
Was I muted too?
No, that's the problem, is that you and I weren't muted, and so I didn't realize that he wasn't.
I apologize, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. And
But here's the deal. This is what we're gonna do. We'll make it. I'll do a quick summation. Here it is. Michael Bay blows stuff up.
To distract you from the fact that it's a horrible movie.
We got to distract you. Okay, England. Long story short, their distraction this week was Boris lets go of all the restrictions in the UK. Okay, he does that on purpose. Rejoice and adulation happens in England. What you're not seeing is the riots and all the unrest in England and all over Europe. And what you're not seeing is the fact that the courts have mandated that I hate using that word now. Mandated that Pfizer has to release the content of their experimental vaccine, and they can't hold it for proprietary issues for 75 years because this is an experiment. So, long story short, the most amazing diatribe, probably the smoothest I've ever been on the mic. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It was smooth like butter. It's like if you took a hot knife and just dropped it on that butter. But I'm going to make up for it right now. We shift to Canada. Here's the smoke and mirrors in Canada right now, right? We've got all the mother truckers out there getting the job done. They're driving to Ottawa to protest the mandates in Canada. They're going to stymie what is happening as far as the supply line in Canada to send a message to our boy Justin Trudeau, good old blackface Trudeau, and say, hey, listen, let's get rid of this crap. This is BS, and you know it. So instead of Michael Bay explosions, hot girls, fake boobs, and all this explosions going on right now, how do I say this nicely about Trudeau? I think my 18-year-old daughter could beat him up. Honest to God, I literally think.
He's a wussy with a capital P?
Yes. Wussy spelled with a P. Big, wet wussy spelled with a capital P. Now, your boy, instead of going Michael Bay, exploding things, ambulances flying around and, Transformers and stuff like that, he played the Hallmark card. You know what I mean? The good old emotional Hallmark card. What happened, Matt?
So basically, he claims he was exposed to COVID-19. He's still testing negative, but just to be safe, he's going to go into isolation for the next 5 days.
Oh, at the same time the truckers are coming?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's completely separate issue. That's separate.
That's strange.
It's just, it is what it is. I have been exposed, and I just want to be safe.
It's just a coincidence. Listen, look at this hand. Don't pay any attention to what this hand's doing. Just look at this. Look at this one. Look at this. Isn't it pretty? Come here.
So Justin Trudeau is not old, so he's not at risk for COVID whatsoever. Is he morbidly obese?
No.
Okay, so he's not at risk. Does he have 4 to 5 fatal conditions that would actually need some? Oh, he does? What are those?
Woke, wussy with the capital P. The fact he
Leftist.
is
white guilt. Lots of white guilt.
Yeah, he leans way too far to the left, so he has spinal issues.
He's a tyrant.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So our boy, our wussy with a P, feigns some type of sympathy from COVID-19, even though people know that it's BS at this point. We like the best meme has been the Spider-Man 1 point at like COVID points at flu points at cold point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we said from the beginning, it took the normies a long time to figure this out, but now the normies magically figured it out. So Trudeau's go-to play is, I've been exposed to COVID, even though I don't have COVID. I just need to play it safe while the mother truckers make me look like a complete wet sack of dung. The nicest way to put it. And I'm going to hide, because that's what great leaders do. And what's interesting is...
Please don't hurt me, mother truckers.
But isn't Trudeau pushing for action by the United States in Ukraine? Isn't he pushing for that right now?
Yeah.
I'm sure that
Listen.
that he's laundered some money, or him and his family have laundered some money through Ukraine.
Just
that
like
is ours.
Listen, as an
So
imaginary
why don't they
Canadian
just
citizen,
change the name of Ukraine to Whirlpool?
Because
everybody's doing their laundry through there.
Yeah, they just like they love their symbology and their they love to let little glimpses, but that would be too on the nose.
Too much. It's right there. So
just a little.
So this one is an interesting story.
Okay.
So we've had a absolutely devastating time with employing nurses and doctors in hospitals, right? They fired just thousands of nurses, thousands of doctors because they wouldn't get the vaccine, right?
Well, yeah, they have to. They have to, or they're going to kill
now,
people, right?
Now they're saying they're very short-staffed. You can't be out because you're sick or anything like that. If you've had both of your shots and you have COVID, go ahead and come to work. You're fine. But if you don't have your shot and you don't have COVID, you can't come to work. How's that for irony?
Liberal logic? Is that what that is?
That's a logic? Way. Come on, give me a full liberal logic.
Liberal logic?
Yes.
Liberal logic. But yeah, sorry, I had to warm it up a little bit. So
why?
Because they fired people.
Thousands of people who are ready to come back to work. All you have to do is drop this ridiculous thing about the vaccine, and they're good to go. Good to go.
No, because
you have solved the employment problem.
They'd be admitting their fault, which they won't do.
Can't do that.
No, they can just admitting their fault. That's not on the table, but making up new ridiculous rules, yeah, we can totally do that.
Yeah, if you have the vaccine and you've got COVID, you're fine to work. Go ahead, just keep working.
Infect other people, no biggie.
No biggie.
You know, it makes as much sense as I read a story today, back in February of 2021, in the state of Michigan. They fined a woman because she had they removed animals from the possession of a lady because she didn't have a specific permit for these alpacas. And guess what they did with the alpacas?
They killed them.
They killed them. Because you need a permit to have those alpacas, so we got to take them away from you. Well, what are we going to do with alpacas? Shoot them.
We can't do anything with them. We don't know how to take care of them. Kill them.
Well, I'm sure that there was tons of evidence that she had been abusing them by not having that piece of paper.
Well, sure. Yeah. You gotta have the piece of paper. That's what makes it,
I'm sure PETA was absolutely overjoyed over this.
But to your point, I mean, none of this makes sense. But
PETA has no problem with killing animals.
No.
They finance all kinds of shelters that murder animals left and right. They just have a problem with humans. Hence why I said
they'd be overjoyed with it.
They just have a problem with humans eating animals or wearing the fur of animals.
Ah, man,
oh, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. What do they do when bears eat like other animals? But anyways, so here's my thing. So we had smoke and mirrors in England, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, you're free, even though we didn't land on the same conclusion that the smartest governor in the world right now, good old DeSantis, figured out back in April of 2020. So you're free now.
Which honestly, I still say it took him too long.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. But yeah, so smoke and mirrors, you're free, even though the truth's going to come out about this vaccine and we don't want to get caught. And there's a lot of unrest, so we didn't want to get rid of that because we, we're going to push you until you push back type thing. Canada, I'm going to run and hide because that's worked so well for Biden during the election. So I'm going to hide from the truckers because I don't want to face real men and have to explain to them why I need to mandate a trucker to move freight across the country.
To sit in his cabin by himself for hours to haul freight across the country that their entire civilization needs. Like, truckers are such a linchpin of civilization, it's ridiculous.
Yes.
And I mentioned on the last episode that this move towards automation is also a move towards centralization of the control of the supply lines, which is not good. We need to be having that discussion. I'm all for, in some sense, a self-driving car, but I am not for the supply lines being under the complete control of big tech and or government, which at this point aren't they just the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now here's the Michael Bay smoke and mirrors in America. Okay, you got a lot of fireworks going on. A lot of bad things are happening.
I saw an article when in doing research for the show. I saw an article on the front page of the New York Times website. It says Biden's economy is skyrocketing. Why are people still upset? And their point is that the growth numbers are supposedly high, or growth numbers are supposedly good, let's say, but the inflation numbers are still bad. So I guess that's why people are still upset.
Ray, by the way, we talked about last night how interest rates are going to be going up in March, which is always a great thing to help with inflation.
Listen, all I got to say is thank you, Donald Trump, for doing what you did so I could get my house when I got it. Anyways, geez, oh mama. So here's the reality, right? So people are pissed because you can scream at them till you're blue in the face that the economy is amazing, but when they can't afford bacon, literally, probably not a good thing. When people can't get stuff at the shelf, like frickin' fries, which I sent my wife for fries the other day at Publix, couldn't get frickin' fries, okay? Gas is at $3.35 in Florida. Now, for Californians, you're like, that's amazing because I'm paying $6. We're in Florida. We're used to cheap gas. The oil, the oil's right off the coast here.
You want to know why California pays $6 and we pay $3?
State taxes.
State of California.
State taxes.
There you go. Right.
They have almost $5 in state taxes per gallon, whereas Florida has $1.70.
Well, they got to do it. People
do you remember when our gas was less than $2? It was like $1.74, $1.75.
It was $1.80. It was like $1.80 before the election. It was $1.80.
They were making 4 cents a gallon. The rest was all taxes.
That's still way too much then.
Way too much. Now, gas. How are you going to sell that the economy is rocking when your gas has literally doubled in price? It costs you twice as much to travel. Go ahead.
The chat called it lie rocketing, not skyrocketing.
Oh, lie rocketing. Yeah,
that's awesome. Great job, chat. I love it.
But lie rocketing, I like that. But the other thing too is they keep touting jobs markets, and I'm like, time on the field. You just replaced all the jobs that you guys killed by freaking out about the cold.
Yeah,
that's all that's happened. You haven't actually netted positively above the jobs that we had before under Donald Trump.
Now, if there were more jobs that, if there are more people working than under Trump, I would say that would be a net positive. But because we lost so many jobs during COVID, and now they're just coming back to work, that's not a positive. That's just replacing what we lost.
You just coming back, but now your inflation is super high. Everything costs way more.
Mm-hmm.
So you devalued people's dollar as well. So the people that are actually working, they're pissed. They're seeing gas and food and all this crazy stuff happening. Then on top of that, how's the housing market right now, man?
Oh gosh,
Good
don't
luck
get me
getting a house
started
right
on
now.
that.
Well, our numbers are skewed by the
We got
severe influx of people into the state, you know.
That's true. But here's the deal. The people that are leaving, why would you move to New York right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you move to
because there's
California?
lots of houses available.
but why would you move there? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't.
Like, what would be the incentive? Why would I say, hey, listen, I'm going to move to a state where, by the way, I have to wear a mask everywhere and I have to show a vax card to go into a restaurant where they're arresting children. There's 2 cases in New York City of children being escorted, one arrested off of a restaurant premises because they didn't show a vaccine status.
Mm-hmm. The
Think
same thing
about
with a disabled guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah, like, so New York, crime is spiked out of control, and they're worried about the 9-year-old girl who doesn't have a frickin' vax card. Really? But hey, let's move to New York. But my point is this.
Or like this, Minnesota, for example. Minnesota usually has right around 1,800 police officers. You know how many they currently have?
How many?
700.
Good luck. Good luck.
How are you supposed to police when you've lost more than half of your police force?
But George Floyd.
Yeah, but why did they lose their police force?
George Floyd.
Because they're doing
defund the police.
Okay.
And there was a mass exodus of police officers said, nope, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
We paid cops to come here to Florida. That's what's beautiful.
Yeah.
Said it's like, hey, we'll pay you more. Come here, move with us. But okay, so
but at the same time, who's the one arresting these people in New York City? You know,
cops, the ones that are left,
the ones that are
cool
left
with mandates, the ones that are cool with the liberal bullcrap. That's the reality of the situation.
The ones that don't care anything about their oath.
100%. Now, here's the beautiful thing. Here's still the ugly. So you've got a crappy, a lying economy with a stupid amount of inflation. You've got illegal border crossings exploding right now as we speak. They are literally flying people in the dead of night so that you don't know that they're getting flown into your city as we speak right now. There's video of that permeating all over, where literally in New York, you had New York's the focus of crap, apparently. The typical security force that like watches the airport at nighttime, like when NBA teams fly in or whatever, it's just a bunch of illegal immigrants just showing up, getting flown in by the by ICE agents.
Well, they have to replace the population that New York is losing.
Touche. New York's got to replace.
I mean,
it makes sense.
They have millions of people moving out. They have to replace those people somehow, so they're busing them in and flying them in.
It's true. And in New York, you don't have to be a citizen to vote. So that's interesting. New York City. So you've got...
And in California, you don't have to be a citizen in order to get health care.
So you got a border crisis. Okay. You have inflation. You have supply chains that suck. You have...
healthcare issues.
Healthcare issues. They still haven't beaten COVID. Okay. We're still playing the COVID game.
Yeah.
Crime is spiking at an astronomical rate. And the poll numbers for Biden are absolutely abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
Abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
Almost in the 20s.
They're probably worse than what they're telling us. What?
Almost in the 20s.
Yeah. I still haven't seen a Build Back Better sticker. I've seen one Kamala Harris Biden sticker. One in the last year.
I've seen
Florida,
quite a few.
one.
I've seen quite a few. But they're all old stickers.
Oh.
They're not new ones. They're not nice ones. They're pretty beat up stickers.
Well, probably from them trying to remove them.
Yeah. All the the vaccine mandates got shot down, except for the medical services. Those got shot down. Okay. Build Back Better got blown up to oblivion. Okay. He has no substantial wins. the one that he claims is infrastructure that doesn't help anybody out right now. You won't see the ramifications of that for 15 years.
Yeah.
You will not see any of that happening.
Also, he's
So what do we do?
he's holding press conferences and calling journalists stupid sons of bitches.
Stupid sons of bitches.
He's just killing it on every level.
Presidential. So presidential.
Last week he did his first live interview in a long time. He went for 2 hours. He sounded horrible. He sounded really uninformed.
Nonsensical
really
would be a more apt term.
Hey, listen, we were promised the really nice grandpa that's going to calm everything down in America.
Well, he did. He told Putin he can just stick the tip in.
Right? So he
go back to middle school and just stick the tip in. It's okay.
He calmed down. He was supposed to calm down the rhetoric. He wasn't supposed to come in and call everybody that doesn't agree with him on a voting rights bill that has nothing to do with what's going on. Bull Connor, okay, and call you a racist for everything. Yep. He wasn't supposed to come in and raise the temperature of our foreign affairs and make things worse. Don't look at Afghanistan. Don't look at what's going on in Ukraine.
Who thought that was going to be the case? Nobody on this
mentally
panel.
Well, of course not. Well, we told you what's going to happen. Yeah. But mental midgets, believed it.
The 80 million. The 80 million believed it.
81 million. 81 million. Wink. But what's funny,
that's a hard wink,
is our boy has already tried to preempt that the 2022 elections are going to be a fraud. Did you guys catch that one too?
Yes.
So Trump was lambasted for saying that. Biden is, we're going to try to ignore that. And to the point where even CNN, holy freaking cow, CNN admitted, wow, he's just as bad and worse than Trump.
Well, remember, it's not about how you vote. It's who counts it.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yeah. Federal power. But
I do believe that there was a person that said that. Oh, yeah, Stalin said that.
Stalin said that. It's true. Stalin said that. Now,
that is an exact quote of Stalin.
Mm-hmm. And never mind all the district attorneys that have been installed by George Soros. Yeah, Darth Vader himself.
So which is helping the crime.
Yeah, it's helping the crime. It's helping the counting efforts.
100%.
Now all these things.
So let's think about this. So the world's essentially burning. His poll numbers, literally, no one wants him to run, even in his own party. He's completely lost independence. Republicans, are saying "told you so." Conservatives are saying "told you so."
Everyone that's not a liberal is saying "told you so," and even some of the liberals are going, "Oh,
yeah."
Sorry.
It's a train wreck. People would love those mean tweets right about now. You know what I mean? They would love them mean tweets, but we're in an impasse. And then here's the problem: there's no hope, because even if the old guy croaks, the person behind them is a laughing hyena that absolutely sucks at everything. So now we need we need a big distraction. We're like, hey, Boris was smart. He gave them back their freedoms. And now everybody likes Boris. Hey, Trudeau's going to go hide in a corner and hope that this trucking stuff blows away. What do we got? And Jen Psaki says, let's make one of the Supreme Court justices retire so we can put a black woman on there. Let's get rid of Whitey. Let's get rid of that white guy. And let's put a very smart, intelligent black woman. Now, here's the beautiful thing.
So that's her only qualification, is that it has to be a black and has to be a woman. That's incredibly racist.
And she'll have to be a leftist too.
That's incredibly racist and sexist. And can you imagine if Donald Trump said, you know what? I'm going to put a black woman in the Supreme Court. They'd go, you racist. Instead of, I'm going to put the most qualified person I can find on the Supreme Court.
Well, yeah.
If it just so happens to be a black woman.
That's the world we live in, dude.
It's disgustingly racist.
Yeah.
Anti-racism is racism.
Yes, anti-racism is racism, is good racism.
It's
I
good
mean,
racism.
in many
It's
ways
good.
they admit, yeah, it's racist, but it's good racism because white people are
There's
evil.
no such thing.
Yes.
There's no such
Because white
thing.
people be evil. Hey, listen, white people are evil, but Biden's the president somehow. Now, here's the thing.
It's a good thing I'm not
Now,
white.
let's think this through. Think this through. Jen Psaki said, hey, listen, we got to get this guy to retire early, which he was a little bit surprised they announced his retirement so quickly. We got to get him out, and we got to get a vote on somebody before these midterms because we don't know if there's actually going to be a winning proposition. But if we say black lady, black lady, black lady, black lady, black lady, and blow that up to the moon, this will make you historically relevant for all time, good old Joe Biden. Because we all know what president appointed each, sitting member of the Supreme Court, right? We all know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, because this is going to be huge for voters, because right now they're paying an insane amount of money for gas.
Yeah.
And they're spending a lot of money on food right now, which is crazy.
And rent
interest
and
rates are about to explode.
Cars
and they got to watch out for the hoodlums around because the cops are nowhere to be found. Oh,
and
yeah.
good luck getting ammo.
Yeah. They're going to worry about my 18 to 21-year-old child playing the stupid globalist game of going into some war. Got to worry about that now. And I'm going to worry about like some randos coming into our country that I don't know. They're not vetted. That just could show up and increase in that crime rate. I'm going to forget all of that because a black lady is going to be the Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
Not just any black lady. Not just any black lady. One of the front runners is Kamala Harris.
At least that's what that's the hubbub,
The problem is she's not immune to scrutiny. So they're not going to put her in place.
Here's the thing. They have 51 votes. They can pass it through and shove it down the Republicans' throat. Even if she's vetted and torn apart, they can still pass it. Just like the Republicans did with, what's her name?
But here's the thing. She's more unpopular than Biden. If I'm politically motivated, why would I put her in power? To your point is going to be
it's getting her out of one key position. The vice presidentship, because they need her out of that spot in order to pull Joe, because Joe is crumbling.
Okay.
And they need somebody else there that can take over and get him out of that White House as quickly as possible.
But it's still not going to save them. The damage is done. Like at this point, so this is where I disagree with you, Dusty Boy. But listen, if you take Kamala and you put her in a position, put her in the Supreme Court.
Yep.
Okay. How does that politically help you in midterms in 2024?
Doesn't matter. They know they're going to lose the midterms. They know it. There's no way they can recover the midterms.
2024 though.
2024, if they can keep her out of sight, keep her quiet, keep her occupied with the Supreme Court, they can put somebody else in that can kind of distract enough to go, hey.
Who?
Pelosi,
I think they want
Hillary.
No, I don't think it'll be either of those. So they get rid of Kamala from the VP because she's disastrously unlikable.
Okay.
Correct.
Right? They get Biden to retire after they appoint Mayor Pete is who I think it'll be. I mean, you got
Buttigieg?
Yes, you've got the Puff Piece documentary on Amazon about him. He's still I wouldn't use the word respected, but
he's just going to take our guns, our AR-14s,
But he's liked by the left, so he'll at least have a better, rating at the initial, and I mean he's on board all the woke crap and everything.
He's gay.
Yeah. So, it'll be a cavalcade of firsts. The first gay president. All this stuff, and Kamala's perfect in the Supreme Court because she'll just all they need is somebody who'll do what Sotomayor or Kagan tells her to do.
Exactly.
They don't need somebody who can think. They
Here's
don't
the
want
problem.
somebody who can think.
Exactly.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. So I'm going to give the dissenting opinion since we're talking about Supreme Court, okay? I got a 2-1 here, so I'm going to give the dissenting opinion, okay? You put Kamala, if you put Kamala as the VP, or you take the VP and you put her in the Supreme Court, that doesn't help you politically at all. And I'm going to tell you why.
Sure, it does.
Because it's such an obvious, but here's the problem. Let me explain my point.
But it does because her rating is so terrible. So they get her out of there.
Okay. But what you're missing is this. They need the biggest smokescreen of all time to somehow save 2024.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
They don't get the pop, and I hate to use a wrestling term, by appointing her the Supreme Court. They don't get that pop.
No, I think
because
they get the
she's not
pop.
immune to scrutiny.
I think they get the
don't.
pop by who they replace her with in the VP spot.
Correct.
Okay, but
continue.
Here's the deal. You take her and you put her in that position. She's not immune to scrutiny.
Sure.
If they pick another black chick that happens to be vetted and so on and so forth, and they put her in that historic position, not Kamala, they're going to get big, big, big kudo points from the black women that are going to be voting for this situation. Because here's the deal. They're losing black men they're bleeding black men like nobody's business on the Democratic side. Okay? Black women will vote for Democrats no matter what. It just is what it is. It's how it is. I'm not saying everybody, just saying statistically. You are still placating to that base by not putting Kamala there because Kamala is not popular with black women at all.
She's not popular with anybody.
She's not popular with anybody. If you put Kamala in that position, that is so obvious, it's so blatant, you're not going to win any votes for this. You're not going to secure up and shore up things. But if you put a capable black woman, someone who they know, in that position, or not that they know, but someone that they can get that historic first pop, that's your first positive
Carol Dansworthy.
In the right direction, okay?
Carol Dansworthy in Washington, D.C. She's in the lower court judicial.
Yeah, that's your first historic distraction.
What you're forgetting is that these people are idiots. They made Kamala Harris the vice president in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
and she's not immune
I
to scrutiny. All right?
I understand it.
She's not immune to
They're
scrutiny,
dumb.
but they made her the vice president. They're dumb.
I get it. Listen. They're dumb.
Harry B says Lightfoot from Chicago as the Supreme Court justice. Oh, that would be awful. Good old Beetlejuice.
No. But here's the thing. If you put a capable black lady on the court, okay, that's Biden's first win. He finally gets one. Okay, he's going to get the win. Now, if Kamala's the one that he puts up, Republicans can go at her all day long, 365. They can kill it, and no one's going to call them a racist for it. Does that make sense? They'll try, but it's not going to stick because you're going to be like, listen, it's not about her race. It's about what did she do at the border? She's the borders are. She's the person that's supposed to help this out, and she sucks. So if she sucks here, she's going to suck there too, and we're going to make sure we rip this one apart. Okay. If you put somebody that is not on the main stage right now, but is just black lady, blah, 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 Republicans can't really come after that even before the midterms, right? Because you got to think about this. They can try to push back. They can try to vet. Ted Cruz can act like, hey, man, I'm really fighting for you guys.
So
yeah, he can pull his little game.
So
but
I just thought of this.
Go ahead.
Think about that. What do you think of this? They pull Kamala out of the VP ship. They put her up for Supreme Court, and she doesn't get it. She's out of the White House. She doesn't get the Supreme Court. They throw the one that they actually wanted, whoever it might be, into the Supreme Court.
But here's what you're missing is they don't have to pull her from the VP position for her to be
Yes.
nominated. They have to?
They have to. She cannot hold the vice presidentship in order to become a Supreme Court justice.
Where do you see that at? Where is that at? That you have to drop
She cannot hold
title?
office.
How?
You cannot hold office and run for
If
a
you're
Supreme Court
transferring
justice.
from VP to Supreme Court, you drop the title when you go in there.
Correct.
Yeah. Here's the question that both of you are not like getting to. When she is being presented,
Scrutinized.
when she's being scrutinized, whatever, when she's the nominee but not actually in the position, can she still be vice president at that point?
That's what I'm asking.
Exactly. And so I'm
I
clarifying
don't know.
it for
But
Dusty.
here's my
Yes.
thing. She gets absolutely destroyed. Absolutely
Okay.
destroyed. Like we all think that she would be.
Sure.
Does not get the nomineeship, and they move her out. They just say, okay, you're so bad you cannot be vice president. And she's out. She's out of the vice president. They essentially Nixon her.
I don't think they're going to do that, though. That is
Get
that's
somebody
a pipe
else in, and then boom, there you go. You have your smoke
It is-
screen, you have your replacement, and you get your win for the Supreme Court.
It's going to be viewed as a firing of a black woman. You can't do that. That's what you're missing. Like, and I get where you're going from. I get it. You cannot remove a black woman from a position and walk away with a W, even an unpopular, super unpopular woman like her. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like you can't. I am interested to see if she can stay the VP through the nominating process. But what I'm getting at is this. The fact that they're releasing it and leaking the idea, to me, is another smokescreen. It's, maybe we'll do that. They're never going to do that. Now, if they do, I'll stand here corrected. I will come on the show and I will virtually kiss your dusty behind. Your dusty behind. Does that make sense? But what I'm getting at is you. Even though they're Democrats, even if they're godless and they're stupid, two negatives will never make a positive. If you take Kamala and put her in that position, one, you're going to make the Supreme Court look like a joke. You are. Two, you're not going to gain any political points in the midterm whatsoever. But if you put a rando black chick that you can build the PR around, like the Republicans did Amy Coney Barrett, you will rally enough people in the super blue places to maintain the blue power. Now, you're not going to fix Georgia because Georgia's already freaking out trying to get rid of Democrats, okay? The battleground states, you're not going to win. No matter what you do, you're not going to win. But you can at least shore up a little bit of power in the blue and get the voter base out because you can play if the Republicans reject this sweet black lady that you've never heard of before, they are Bull Connor and they're super racist. Does that make sense? Like, that's my theory. Now,
they're going to be full Biden.
I mean, it's not
Racist.
improbable, but I again go back to they made her vice president. They want to get rid of her desperately because she is her approval ratings are abysmal.
She's at 28%. 28% approval rating.
And the political points come from whoever they put in, whoever they install as the new vice president. That's
what I'm trying to tell you. Who is that person?
Who's that person?
Butt plug is not going to get the job.
What's that?
Butt plug is not going to win that for them. Hillary is not going to win that.
I'm not saying that it's going to be an effective strategy. I'm saying they don't have effective strategies. They're terrible.
I get it.
That's why they had to, that's why they had to make a selection.
But I'm agreeing with you. I am agreeing.
Yeah, you're thinking too. I think you're thinking too smartly.
No. What I'm getting
you
at
actually, I think, might be overthinking it and thinking that they've got depth to their roster, which they don't have.
Follow my thinking. I agree with you. They are that stupid. if they are that stupid, they think that they can still win. Yes or no?
Sure.
Sure. They always
If
think they
you're
can win.
dumb, you always think you can win.
Just look at
you
Idiocracy.
but no, I'm with you. Okay, I am with you that they're idiots.
Mhm.
They had to rob the election to do what they're doing. They're setting up the robbery of 2022. They're doing all the things they said that they hated. I get you.
Yeah.
But they are dumb enough to think they can still pull
Well,
this out.
yeah. But what I'm saying is that their strategy is going to be equally as dumb as thinking that they can pull this out.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is
I think your
this is-
strategy is plausible too.
Yes.
Definitely.
It will be good to see where it comes from. But what I'm getting at is
I just don't see why they would want to keep Kamala and Biden in at this point.
I don't see
Because
where
they
that works out best for them, because the longer you keep Biden in this position, I mean, look at his newscast. It was
sure.
absolutely nonsensical lunacy. Everyone
I
sees
get
it. And on an
Here's-
open mic calls a guy a bastard
Son of a bitch.
or son of a bitch. Excuse me.
Now, here's what I'm getting at. This is my controversial statement, okay? Okay. When the shellacking happens, and it will happen
Mhm.
in 2022, okay? They're going to
Well-
Bill Clinton him.
It should happen.
If it should happen.
Yes.
Statistically, it should happen.
Yes. We'll see if
Polling
another,
shows it should
200 million people vote this this midterm election.
Watch, there'll be like 95 million that magically vote this year.
Well,
in a
95
midterm
million
election.
on one side, because remember, he got
Exactly.
Trump got 70 million votes, 76 million votes.
Yes.
So 157
76.4
million
million.
people voted. So
And here's
half
the
the
thing.
country voted.
Even the dejected voter like myself, I'm very motivated to vote again in 2022.
Sure.
Okay. Very to lock in my boy DeSantis. But here's what this is my meta play. They are dumb, but they're smart enough. Like, here's the thing. They're like Satan. They only do the same thing they did before. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What they're
Who are they
going
going
to
to put
do?
in? Demings?
No. No, please God, no. We've had to go through that here in Florida. Now, what I'm getting at is this. You keep Kamala and you keep Biden. Why? They're not really in control.
Yeah, I know that.
They take all the heat, and the smoking guy, the cigarette smoking guy in the corner is really running our country right now. Okay. Do you really want to take Pete Buttplug, your golden gay boy that you're going to try to use later on? You're going to destroy him, because whoever goes into that role, to your point, let's say Biden dies and they're at VP, whatever, they're going to get destroyed. There's no way of stopping the flood.
Everybody's expendable.
Everybody is expendable, but they don't have anybody to expend. Who is the sexy Democrat that everybody really? Who's the Obama? Who's the Clinton? Who is
AOC.
Say it again.
AOC.
But here's the problem.
But she's not old enough
AOC
yet.
Is she going to win the Midwest? Is she going to win
God,
the South?
no.
Is she going to
No.
win? Because even now, where's she going to win? You know what I
New
mean?
York,
But
California.
New York and California, Oregon, Washington, because they're still stupid there too. Okay, but she ain't super white, so no offense, New England's not going to be back behind her. She ain't white enough for New England, so let's get real. Even the yuppie libs are not going to vote for her there. So what I'm getting at is this: you got to keep your puppets in place. You have to. You have to show that you believe in the guy, even though he's running us off the cliff. Okay. The anchors you can pull, or the levers you can pull, is I instituted the first black lady, and I'm going to run on that for 2 years or until Biden's dead. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now,
But here's the
most
problem.
dangerous-
Here's the problem that I'm seeing is that they're already using their corporate media stooges to talk about how bad Biden is, and to, and the predictive programming of Kamala in the Supreme Court. I mean, this is what we're hearing now about Kamala in the Supreme Court. We heard months and months and months ago as well.
Yes.
This isn't
Yeah.
a new idea.
But is that predictive programming or a feeler to see if people would be okay with it?
It could be either.
No, and I'm not discounting predictive programming. I agree with you.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll put out those things to force that to happen or get a feel for whether that's popular or not. Because
Sure.
I think the Ukraine thing right now, they're doing that with the Ukraine thing because you've got, eye patches out there wanting to kill, some Russians. You got, and this has gone both sides. You're seeing Republicans and Democrats throwing the Ukraine rebel rousing. Who's biting on it right now?
No
Who's
one.
biting on it in the American people?
I know. I don't want them to. I don't want to be in Ukraine. Ukraine should
The
not have anything to do with us.
The left isn't biting on it.
Mm-mm.
Fox News is trying so hard to push this. No one's biting on it.
No.
Nobody because here's the thing: as badly as the war hawks want to go to fight, you still got Joe Biden in charge. Nobody's gonna. What troop is gonna be like? Man, I'm so excited. My commander in chief is Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Who's doing that right now?
Nobody.
Who here is
No.
afraid of Joe Biden? Is
Nobody,
Putin?
but
No. North Korea?
Back
No.
to my original point. Back to my original point with the midterms. You know what the most depressing thing is for any party is when they have full power. The Democrats hate the fact that they have all the House, the Senate, and the executive branch. They hate it because they actually have to do something with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Biden's going to get magically popular, not popular, but less hated when the Republicans are completely in control. Because now the Republicans are going to say, well, we don't have the executive branch, so we can't pull the trigger. And the Democrats are now going to play, who see the Republicans are stopping us from doing what we're trying to do. And we're back in stymie mode. When we're in stymie mode, Biden can disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets way more popular when he disappears. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Kamala. And guess who the face that'll run the place for the Democrats will be? It'll be Nancy Pelosi again. It'll be her again. She can't be stopped in San Francisco.
Have you
Go
heard her on a
for the children.
news conference? It is.
It's all for the
She
children.
is just as bad as Biden.
She is, but guess what? She is in San Francisco, California. Who's voting her out?
She is.
Yeah.
She's already said she's not running for another term.
She just announced today that she's going to rerun, bro.
She did?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to
flipped?
put this
Okay.
up. Yes, she's coming back for the kids. You didn't see the kids interview?
Gosh. No.
Listen, viewers, please, God, please look that interview up. Why are you coming back, Nancy? It's for the kids. Because people with money and power are addicted to that power. And she cannot just disappear to Florida like she should have. Okay? She can't do it. Like literally Google Nancy Pelosi for the kids. It's the creepiest interview that's out there. It is.
It's right
She's
up
not
there
going
with
anywhere.
the kids come up and rub their hands down my legs to feel the hair. It's right up there.
Because, boys, and I'm not trying to be, listen, and I'm very conspiratorial,
Well,
but let's get real.
But
In
here's the
next
thing.
2
Here's the thing.
years-
She's right. She is doing it for the kids, though. You know, because they told her that her fresh supply of children would run out if they didn't do what they told her to do.
True. You know what's funny is on Gutfeld, one of the comedians made that same joke. It's like, yeah, man, they love the what'd you say, the fetal tissue and the I forget what they said. It was funny
Is
though.
it the,
But no, I mean
the placenta?
stem cells.
Yeah,
the
stem
stem
cells.
cells. You know, you gotta have the stem cells to keep you alive. But here's what I'm getting at. This is this is my other conspiracy. So you guys are like, get rid of Kamala, put her in the Supreme Court, so on and so forth.
It's the
I
most
don't think that's
plausible
the play.
thing that I can think of to get her out of the White House because she is one of the biggest holdups to allowing Biden to disappear in
But
some
you're
way,
thinking
shape, or
if they're
form.
smart. You're thinking if they're smart. I'm thinking that they're dumb and power-hungry psychopaths. Okay? If
Okay.
I'm Nancy Pelosi and I know somehow they can rally enough people to not lose power in the House. Now, she's probably going to lose power in the House. Okay? It just is what it is. But let's just say, call me crazy. Call me crazy. When are the midterm elections?
November.
Mhm.
When did they get ratified?
January.
Okay. She can say that she's running now because she just did for the children. Okay.
Who's cheating?
What happens if Biden dies in the next 4 months?
Kamala takes
Who's
over.
in charge? Kamala.
Kamala.
Okay.
And
Kamala.
yeah,
Last time I checked, people really close to Hillary Clinton end up just going away really fast.
yeah.
It's just crazy. Is it? Now, I know this would never ever happen, right? Never. But let's just say Kamala magically disappears. And or just magical. I don't have to necessarily run for a Senate seat or for my House seat in 2022 because I'm already installed as the commander-in-chief. Now, we know that crazy things never happen in America, right? Never.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Now this is the other side of the conspiracy.
I still
But if I
think
say I'm going to run, and I don't really run, but I hold off just enough time to maybe squeak one out like the freaking Kansas City Chiefs did with 13 seconds to go, which is still a miracle, by the way. If you guys didn't see that game, holy crap. All right.
so.
If you hold on long enough in politics, she might know something that we don't. Now, do I think it's the most plausible explanation? Probably not. Biden's probably going to live. But what Biden's probably rooting for is he wants the Senate to go red and he wants the House to go red so he has an excuse why he didn't get anything done. And then they can Bill Clinton him because when the policies of the red or the policies of the Senate start showing up and he actually approves them because he kind of has to, because the country basically just said, screw you, bozo. He can almost sell the idea that I can work
That it was him.
That it was
That it
him
was him.
and I can work across the aisle. Does that make sense? That's
That
my,
I'm the moderate,
yes.
or that he's the moderate.
This is my excuse to go moderate because the country rejected the left. So I can look at the left and say, sorry, guys, I got to go this way now. And I look like a hero because I'm doing the thing I was supposed to do in the first place. Like that's my only. Now here's.
But he's not in charge.
But he's not. But he's a good puppet, and they need the puppet to not piss off the people. And the puppet is pissing off the people right now. Bad. They got to change his image. They have to.
Yeah, he's got a 33%
Because it would be just easier to
approval rating.
change the person in office.
I'm
And
telling
install,
you,
but they can, when they do this, they can install whoever they want. And they don't even have to, get 80 million
Have 'em
people
voted.
to vote somehow.
But here's the thing. If you're a savvy Republican like, I don't know, Donald J. Trump, how hard can you push the button that you fired a black woman or you pushed a black woman out? Now, Ted Cruz is never going to say that.
Nobody's going to care. It's the same reason they're not going to care about her getting lambasted in the Supreme Court thing.
Don't care. The Democrats don't care, but the voters will care because guess what? Now Trump
Nobody
can say,
likes
not only
her.
did you guys
They
suck,
want her gone.
Huh?
They'll be applauding her gone.
I understand, but you can't use that against them. Or you can't use, like, here's the deal. You cannot give Donald Trump any more bullets right now. He has an entire armory ready to go. Like, you guys saw the video of him playing golf the other day, correct?
Yeah,
You all saw
45th
that?
and 47th.
In 47th, watch me whack it. And then he smashes the ball down the freaking freeway or the fairway, okay? So if you're Trump, you are sitting there, they've taken away your memes, or your tweets, praise God, so you can't fumble this anymore. Imagine him on a debate stage against Biden again. Hey, by the way, you fired a black lady. Trump has zero problem throwing that in their face. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Zero problem saying that. Ted Cruz won't say it. Rubio won't say it. Eye Patch won't say it. Literally, there's no Republican that will actually say that. Maybe DeSantis, but DeSantis is kind of nice too. Like he'll point out absurdity, but he won't go full Trump, right?
Yeah.
Trump will go full Trump. He will go nuclear on the nuclear. Okay.
Nuclear.
Okay. He's got so many bullets, and then on top of it, he's like, "Hey, I never fired a black lady. You guys did it. Hey, what happened with that?" He'll use that all day, and he'll say it in rallies. He'll use it. That's what I'm saying. Is like I get where you guys are coming from, and I love this. I love that we're debating this. because I wholeheartedly disagree with you guys. You cannot, in this woke culture, get rid of a black lady, even though she's not a black lady. She's an Indian. Like, we get it. We get it because we're halfway intelligent. But woke homo Joe in San Francisco views her as a black lady. Does that make sense? Pinky Up New York City highlight, they think she's black, okay, because she ain't white, okay? If you fire a black lady after saying, calling people Bull Turner or Bull Connor or whatever it was, you look even worse. And you can't let the puppets look that bad. Does that make sense? You can't. You can, but you can't. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Am I making sense? Even though you disagree, does that make sense?
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's so many things about this. They don't have to fire her. They just get her to resign, or they give her this position in the Supreme Court, which they can do. All they have to do is make sure that their corporate media stooges don't really cover her, the questions, that much.
True.
They can obfuscate the whole process, and then suddenly we've got Justice Harris. It's totally doable.
I'm not saying it's not plausible.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
I think I'm with you guys. I think we both have plausible scenarios.
Yes.
And we're just going to have to wait and see what the crap show is.
I'm excited.
All we got to do is wait 9 months.
Yeah. Either way, it's hitting the fan,
But I swear to the High Lord, if Nancy Pelosi is our president, Jesus is coming real fast.
And with that,
yes.
And with that,
the whore Babylon.
You said it.
Yep.
You said it.
I did say it. On that note, you've been watching Plausible Foolishness, the home of the Rube Empire, where the people are free, the taxes are voluntary, and we serve freshly roasted liberal logic every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9:30 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness, YouTube, Facebook Live, Rumble, anywhere you can get a podcast, Instagram, and minds.com. Peace out. God bless. See you next Tuesday.
Let's go beat it.
Say, look, hey, free Masana for your honor. Left on box and them chains. What was my dog, man? Why that bullet had got lodged in his brain? My mind is insane. A memory card is locked in the game. These optical frames spot ops and leave a block full of pain. Did the impossible, cross the tightrope while dodging the rain. I put extensions in my Glock, no, I am not finna aim. Swear I got robbed and joined the army, so my spot could remain. One lost his life in North Carolina, hope he not as I sang. Drinking sorrow away on my alky still. For the soldiers we lost on the battlefield. Why am I hurting myself as I burn I'm belching out death when I rather heal? And most of these rappers ain't that for real. They mentioning that shit, they cat for real. Talking fly when we push that in vacuum seal. Some of my homies not pushing on that deal. Now it's Ninja putting music to dream hours. We been up grinding up teen hours. They ain't believing that team power, then we had to run up 14,000. I thank you all for supporting us. This right here for the voice of the warrior. Victory is a beautiful woman. We went through the rain while in love with Victoria.
Where's a thing gonna find a thing? Where's the wood and a golden frame? I still love through the rain. Where's a thing gonna find a thing? Where's the wood and a golden frame? I still love through the rain.
Hard to hop off of the plane, just to get back in the trenches. My sister, my brother was slain, and I haven't seen any mentions for social media and networks. So irritated that my head hurts, and when I do, it's only excerpts, small commentary from the experts. No appreciation for the lives lost. I posted up with the iron cross when the smoke clears from fine off. All I think about is my fault, man. Should have been there to protect you. The bullets that came and they wrecked you. Now it's my duty to go and collect you. wrapping the casket, sending you home. Not full of madness, knowing you gone. How could this happen? Tell me I'm wrong. Dip in the sadness, leave me alone. Doctor got me medicated, wanna get me regulated, helping me recover with the pain. Even though we celebrated everything you dedicated, now I gotta make it through the rain.
Where's a thing gonna find a thing? Where's the wood in a golden frame? I still love, I still love, I still love through the rain. Where's a thing gonna find a thing? Where's the wood in a golden frame? I still love, I still love, I still love through the rain.
Army specialist Aaron David Robinson is accused of killing Guillen, and his girlfriend Cicely Aguilar is accused of helping him get rid of the body. And tonight, we have Aguilar's confession about exactly what happened the night Guillen disappeared.
Well, today marks 2 years since an Air Force veteran was shot and killed by a DeKalb County police officer. 27-year-old Anthony Hill, whose family says he suffered from PTSD, was naked and unarmed when he was shot by Officer Robert Olson during an encounter.
Olson was indicted by a grand jury and faces felony murder along with other charges. And now we've learned the DA has appointed a new prosecution team in that case.
My mother told me someday I would buy galleys with good oars and sails to distant shores. Stand up high in the proud, noble bark I steer, steady course for the havens. You many foemen, you many foemen, you many foemen.
Tens of thousands on my right, thousands by my side. War between good and evil, watching our fists collide. Battle for our freedom now, to the streets we ride. Flags waving all around, pages full of pride. This is where we make a stand, no more give or take. March around the Capitol, storm the city gates. Putting pressure on their necks until the truth breaks. All walls of corruption, take out all the snakes. Star Spangled Banner, got it playing loud and proud. People from all walks of life filling up the crowd. Defend the Constitution, many warriors have vowed. Casting down any among us who have bucked and cowed. Enough with tyranny, we come to take our country back. For all citizens, white, red, brown, or black. Return her to a form of glory, fix the bloody crack on the crown. Fetch it down, it's going down.
My mother told me someday I would buy galleys with good oars and sails to distant shores. Stand up high in the proud, noble bark I steer, steady course for the havens. You many foemen.
Timmer. My mama told me, yeah, she warned me that this day would come. I'm like my father, go to combat with the blazing guns. I survived that, then I came back to the place I'm from to face off all these haters and the battle in the place I love. You can't break me down, I'm indivisible. You still see my raps if I was invisible. But I'm standing tall, and I spit the truth. So you all appalled, cause you know it's true. They call it freedom cause the fallen troops pay for this. I love this country, doesn't matter how much hate I get. I take my colors in the battle, ain't no wavering. Cause this is for my warriors who marching to the cadences. This is for the sisters working hard on the ship. This is for the brothers getting y'all doctorate. Father, yeah, taking y'all on the ship. Baby, tell me why it's off of the Patriot.
My mother told me someday I would buy galleys with good oars and sails to distant shores. Stand up high in the proud, noble bark I steer, steady course for the havens. You many foemen, you many foemen, you many foemen.
Yeah. It's gonna be legendary right here, man.
Let's get it.
Word. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. I'm just here to bring the facts. I'm not worried about your feelings. It's the way that y'all react. It goes way beyond the killings. Y'all can focus on the bad while I keep being the realest. Got me looking at the stats, trying to find out what the deal is. Take a look at DOJ, murder rate and what they say. 52% on homicides, like we ain't taking vacay. That is sad. I don't get it. Then you blame it on your payment. No, it's not. You just ignorant. You the problem. Just admit it. Tired of us going through this cycle. Blaming others means you in denial. Situations getting dire, this is vital. So it's time for us to crack open the Bible and get back to the truth.
Yeah, I know you ain't gon' like it. Yeah, I know you ain't gon' like it.
Some of you ain't got a clue.
Heaven knows that I'm fighting. Heaven knows that I'm fighting.
Get them back to the truth.
A black liberal ain't nothing but a house Negro. I said it. I just said it. Drop the bomb. Boom. A black liberal ain't nothing but a house Negro.
See that nonsense stretching, fan up in the comment sections. Off a limit, calling it progression. All you wanna do, follow deception, no direction. See the scope, it's titty and dope. Every argument will go past yours, and why they're feeding us like goats. See now, only gonna find the way truth into thy. Knowing about it, but taking you from the fight. Maybe you don't make it out doing right. They'll kill you and label it suicide. Whistleblower, to some you're just a voter. Never wanted you to be a pistol holder. Every candidate been a joker. Oh no, sir.
Tired of us going through this cycle. Blaming others means you in denial. Situations getting dire, this is vital. So it's time for us to crack open the Bible and get back to the truth.
Yeah, I know you ain't gon' like it. Yeah, I know you ain't gon' like it.
Some of you ain't got a clue.
Heaven knows that I'm fighting. Heaven knows that I'm fighting.
Get them back to the truth.
Y'all so pressed for master to swear up and down that Black Lives Matter and that they need, y'all need master and master need y'all. I don't need nothing from nobody. I got Jesus, baby.